Hi guys, so just a quick video today on the chord trigger MIDI effect. It's really helpful in show programming. Say if you've ever played a part where you've had an awkward page turn and you've had to play both hands immediately after that page turn, it can really simplify what you have to play without compromising your performance and really smooth off those page turns. So you'll find chord trigger in our MIDI effects. I'm going to put it onto this classic electric piano patch that I've got here. And here we are. This is what it looks like when it's opened up. So chord trigger, essentially what it does is it sets one key to actually play a set of notes. So you can play one key and it will play a whole chord. And you can configure whatever chord you'd want that key to play. So if I was to just have a look at some of the factory defaults, I've just opened up a simple blues left hand setting here. Well, this is done in multi-mode. We'll get into multi-mode and single mode a bit later. But in multi-mode, it's mapped a different chord shape to every note that is being hand-entered, I suppose, hand-programmed. So that when we play a C, for example, it's going to play a C7 add 9. Play an F, and play an F7, play G, G7. It can really help for our sort of blues soloing. It's really helpful to simplify, because all I was playing there in my left hand were the individual notes of the bass line, just the roots. So how is this useful in shows? Well, more often than not, you can see that you need to be playing in octaves, and it can be a lot simpler to not have to play in octaves. If you need page turns, etc., all you need to do here is go to single mode, clear off the triggers that are already set, and it's simple as we were doing with our layers. Click learn. You press the key that you want to map the effect to. So we'll pick a C3 here. And then in learn mode, you press what you'd like that key to do. So I want that C3 still to sound, but I want a C4 to sound as well. So play those together. That's now mapped, and it's mapped to every key. So every key that we play now, it will play the same note an octave up as well as that note that we've pressed. Like this. Simple as that. You can even do full chords. It's going to map all those an octave above. It's so handy for that sort of thing. There are presets for that sort of thing as well. Single, intervals, triads, extended harmonies. We can have full chords there just on the press of a single key, which is quite nice. So another thing that I use this for is for just simple thirds. You press a C, you want to do thirds. If when you've got whole tone runs and things, and you just want to simplify it a little, it's just so much easier than doing that manually. Some say it's cheating, but it does make it a lot easier for you to cope with your patch changes, your volume changes, your page turns, and everything all at once. It's much better if you can get the software to do some of it for you. Another thing it's handy for if you've got sort of awkward chords. So now recently I've had some page turns that immediately require two hands on the keyboard after the turn. It's very difficult, the speed we're going at, to get that to sync up every time. Just do a page turn, a patch change, and a full chord. But we can use this. It's very easy to set up. I'll just go back to a key that's around the range we were playing in before, so about here. And then if I was just to do a nice crunchy chord there, like that, and that's now mapped to every key. And we just write on our part which key you've mapped that to. That is my note D, and it's now going to play that D2. And as long as that's written in your part, you'll have no problem playing that chord. If you've got a few different chords that you want to set to different notes, you can use the multi-mode. So if we want to map this G, and we want G to be a G major 7, like so, but we also want A to be an A minor 7, we can set that. We'll take that offline. We don't have that same shape then copied over every note as we did before. We can have different chord shapes for different notes, and you can do that all the way across the keyboard. So that's just a little look into Chord Trigger, some little things you can do with it that can just make things a lot easier when you have so many things going on at once. Yeah, so there you go, that is the Chord Trigger MIDI effect in Mainstage.